Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, what are we going to talk about today? I think we'll talk about the Toyota Prius, or as we Americans call it, the Prius. I don't like the Prius. I don't like that car at all, for several reasons. First, it's front-wheel drive, and I have absolutely no use for front-wheel drive. The front-wheel drive is the stupidest invention in the history of humanity. And the individual who invented front-wheel drive should have been hung by his toe hairs and beat to death with a timing belt, which incidentally is the second stupidest invention in the history of humanity. Front-wheel drive is just junk. Anything front-wheel drive is pure junk. Rear-wheel drive is better in every possible respect compared to front-wheel drive. But anyway, that's one reason I hate the Prius. The second reason is because it's butt-ass ugly. Why does every wrong-wheel drive, economical, hybrid, green car have to be ugly? I mean, really, why can't they build a cool-looking green car? Like the Fisker Karma. Now that is a cool car. The Tesla Roadster. That is a cool car. And those are green. So why can't Toyota and Nissan and Honda and all these other companies build a decent looking, economical car instead of these short, stubby, tall, narrow, goofy looking, ugly cars with these tiny little wheels and these razor tires about that wide that don't have enough power to get out of their own way. It just is crazy. They're just ugly. They're not very attractive. There's nothing at all to me that's attractive whatsoever about a Prius. They're just ugly little cars. Then there's the speed and acceleration and handling, which it has none of either. It's very slow. It handles like crap, and it'll do 0 to 60 in like 10 seconds, which would have been really impressive for an economy car back in the 80s, but not anymore. I mean, not when you've got Honda Civics and things like that, and cars like Toyota Corollas and Honda Civics and Nissan, what's the little Nissan car, the Sentra or whatever it is, I can't remember. I'm not real big on Japanese cars, but you got those cars that'll do 0 to 60 in the 8 to 9 second range, and then there's the Prius over there, 10, 11 seconds from 0 to 60. And don't even worry about the quarter mile, because you'll never get there, because the car is so ungodly slow. And the other reason I don't care much for it is because it doesn't live up to the hype. Toyota claims all these amazing 60 miles to the gallon, but real world tests have shown that it only gets around 40 to 50, which is nothing to sneeze at. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying that's just not what Toyota says it'll get. I would love to get 50 or 60 miles to the gallon. I mean, I drive a big, heavy V8 powered rear wheel drive, real actual car, and I get over 20 miles to the gallon. So for a 2-ton car with a 300 horsepower V8 engine and rear wheel drive and getting 20 miles to the gallon, I am happy. I can deal with that. And on a long trip, I get 23, 24. So, can't beat it. 97 Lincoln Mark 8 LSC. Awesome car. Anyway, so here's the deal about the greenery of the Prius. Prius is supposed to be this green car that doesn't pollute or pollutes less, and is supposed to be good for the environment and all this. People buy these cars because they think, hey, I'm buying a hybrid, I'm saving the whales, I'm keeping the polar ice caps from melting, I'm stopping global warming just by buying this car because I'm environmentally conscious. If If only you knew what went into building that automobile that you're driving. First of all, the nickel for the batteries, the nickel metal hydride batteries, has got to be mined. That nickel primarily is mined in Canada in an extremely dirty, nasty, pollution-causing process. Nickel mining causes air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, any kind of pollution you can imagine, nickel mining causes. It's a dirty, dirty, dirty process. Then, that nickel that's mined is put on tankers and shipped all the way to the other side of the world, to China, where it's turned into a foamy-like substance for the batteries. And that manufacturing and conversion process is another very dirty, pollution-causing process. Then, after that, the nickel foam is put onto more boats and transported once again across the oceans to Japan. Now, you realize that all this transportation burns diesel fuel, which also spews pollution into the air. So once it gets to Japan, it's manufactured into batteries. The nickel foam is then changed into batteries, and then it's shipped to the Toyota plant or whatever, where it is installed in the Prius during the manufacturing process. Now, let me tell you, the reason I call it the Prius is because Jeremy Clarkson on Top Gear calls it the Prius. That is the British pronunciation of the word. And I am the world's biggest Top Gear fan. I love that show. So I usually sort of sometimes pronounce things the way they do, like Prius or Hyundai instead of Hyundai, which I like Hyundai better anyway, because that's how it's spelled. Hyundai, Hyundai. You know, anyway. But that's a whole nother discussion. So, dirty, nasty nickel mining in Canada. Dirty diesel fuel transporting, tankers transporting it to China. Did I say China or Canada? Dirty nickel mining in Canada. Diesel fuel tankers transporting to China. Dirty manufacturing process for the nickel in China. Dirty diesel fuel tankers transporting the refined nickel to Japan. Manufacturing process in Japan, changing that foamy nickel stuff into batteries. Then the manufacturing process of actually building the Prius. Then there's the other diesel fuel burning, pollution causing shipment of the completed cars to other parts of the world. So when you start from the very beginning with the mining of the nickel until the final process of transporting the completed Prius to its various markets, that is one dirty car. It is a nasty, yucky, dirty, icky, stinky, disgusting automobile that per car probably causes more pollution to be spewed into our Mother Earth than almost any other internal combustion, gasoline burning, normal automobile on the planet. So, yes, Prius drivers, you guys are driving nasty, yucky automobiles. I just want you to know that. So, have a nice day and live long and prosper.